I am originally from the Dominican Republic. If you don't know, Dominican Republic, it's a very religious country. Actually, recently I found out that the Dominican part of Dominican Republic comes from a sector of Catholic priests. I didn't even know that. But growing up in a country like that, you know, it's not only religious, but superstition, ghosts, spirits is always something that's part of your tradition. So growing up as a kid there, I remember as early as 4 years old, I wanted to see a ghost. I was like, I want to see if they're real. We live in a country full of them. I was like, I'm gonna find one. You know, and I just like, remember I would ghost hunt every night in my, in the house that I lived in was actually like an old-timey like home that was just built by cylinder blocks. We actually only had one bedroom, and in that room was me, my sister, and my grandma. We shared that room. We all slept in the same bed. And every night I would just keep them both up because I would just be like looking like, are there ghosts? Where are the ghosts? And then, sure enough, I never found a ghost in that house, but then I thought I was gonna get a second chance to find a ghost when we moved to a much bigger house. It was inside of a gated community. There was a lot more people there. I was like, ooh, a lot more chances for people to die and turn into ghosts. Like, this is gonna be great. And this house was so much bigger that now my sister got her own room because she was about 11 and I was like 5. So I was like, okay, cool. Like, now, you know, I get to have my own room. Still slept with my grandma in the same room, but she has her own space. And I was like, all right, this new space, I'm gonna find a ghost. And I kept looking, and first week I didn't find anything. But then the second week, during the middle of the night, my sister just screams bloody murder, like, ah! And I'm like, yes, ghost time! And I run down the hallway, and I'm like, oh my God, what is the ghost gonna look like? It's gonna be like green, like Grimer from, Slimer from Ghostbusters? I was like, or is it gonna be white, like Patrick Swayze? I don't know. Those are the only 2 movies I saw, was Ghostbusters and Ghosts. So I was like running in, and I ran to her room, and nothing. I was like, what happened? She's like, I saw a ghost. I'm like, where did he go? She was like, he's gone. I'm so scared. Can I sleep with you guys? And my grandma was like, yeah, come on, sleep with us. And I was like, damn, we missed the ghost. I was so mad. So I told my sister, you know what? The next night, I'm gonna sleep in your bed so I can like check out for this ghost. She's like, thank you so much. So I slept next to her, didn't see a ghost. Slept with her again another night, didn't see a ghost. Then finally the third night, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go back to sleep with grandma. I went back to sleep with grandma. Sure enough, that night, I'm like, damn it, I missed the ghost. I ran down the hallway, opened the door, nothing again, right? And I was like, hold up a second. I think my sister might be crazy. I think that's what's happened. This broad's lost her mind, and every time at night, she's like, I see ghosts. So I'm like, I'm just done believing her. And then a few nights later, in the middle of the night, my sister sneaks into our room, right? And she comes up to me, she was like, hey, there's a ghost at my window. And I'm like, listen, me and grandma talked, and you have lost it, all right? We don't believe you anymore. She's like, no, listen, okay, I promise you. The other times, I lied about ghosts because I am really scared of having my own room, okay? And I didn't want to sleep by myself, so I didn't want to tell you guys, so I kept screaming, so you guys come, say ghosts, and then I come sleep with you, okay? But this time, there is actually something at my window. And I'm like, I bet, but I don't believe her. So I go to her room, and as soon as I walked in, there is a dark figure on her window. And it's even scarier because we're on the 2nd floor, and we don't have a balcony. So I'm like, what? I'm like, oh my God, a ghost. And at a sudden, like, I couldn't see his face, but like I saw that it locked eyes with me. And as soon as it did, the phone rang. And I was like, holy shit, ghosts can call. So I hear my grandma like waking up, and she picks up the phone, and she comes over with the wireless phone over to the room we're in. And she was like, wait, what's happening? And I hear the person on the phone going, hey, I'm your neighbor from across the street. There's a guy on your window trying to rob you. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fire 2 shots in the air and let's see what happens. And sure enough, the guy goes, pop, pop. And I just see the ghost fall 2 stories on the floor and scurry off like a roach. And my grandma just looks at us and goes, all right, good night, and goes right back to bed. And it's weird, because like that moment, me and my sister just stayed in the room, and we looked at each other, and we didn't say this, but that's the moment we realized there are scarier things in this world than ghosts. And you are going to start telling the truth, and I'm going to start staying up at night for very different fucking reasons, all right? Hey, that's my ghost story, guys. Thank you so much.